Night arrives the way a soft blanket finds your shoulders, without announcement, without hurry. A thin moon hangs above a slope of green, and the air feels cool and rinsed clean, as if the day has been gently folded away. Somewhere nearby, water moves in a slow, patient line. Fog drifts low across the ground, unbothered by direction, like it has all the time it needs, because it does. In the distance, a bamboo grove stands in tall, quiet clusters. Slender stems rise like calm thoughts, one after another, each one steady, each one simple. Leaves whisper to each other in small, polite sentences. The sound is light and silvery, like fingertips brushing silk. And if you listen closely, you can almost imagine the grove breathing. Slow inhale, slow exhale, like it's been practicing for centuries. To be fair, bamboo is famously good at growing, and it seems equally talented at relaxing. It doesn't strain for attention. It doesn't complain about the weather. It simply sways a little, as if to say, yes, that's fine. We can work with that. Honestly, if bamboo had a motto, it might be, stay tall, stay soft, do both. Welcome to sleepy nature sleep, where the wild grows soft and curiosity becomes calm. Tonight, let your thoughts follow the rhythm of the earth, your breathing settle like evening wind, and your mind wander gently through the quiet wild. If this place feels peaceful, you're always welcome back, like a quiet campfire you can return to any time. No membership card required, no secret handshake, only your presence, arriving exactly as it is and settling in. And if you'd like to support the channel, it helps us keep the nightlights low and the nature facts cozy. A simple like, a kind comment, or a subscription. Each one is like placing another small log on the fire, warming the edges of the evening. Tonight, we're drifting into a story that travels widely, yet stays gentle. Bamboo across cultures. Not a tree, but a remarkable giant grass, patient, flexible, and quietly ambitious in its own leafy way. In many places, bamboo becomes more than a plant. It becomes a symbol of luck that arrives softly, of strength that doesn't shout, of resilience that bends without breaking. So let your thoughts loosen their grip. Let your shoulders sink. Picture the grove again, tall and calm beneath moonlight. And as the leaves continue their whispering conversation, we'll begin to follow bamboo's slow, soothing journey through landscapes, through traditions, and through the quiet human habit of looking at nature and finding ourselves gently reflected there. When you're ready, we'll step beneath the leaves together. Beneath the bamboo, the world feels slightly hushed, as if the air itself has chosen a softer voice. Moonlight threads through the leaves in thin, pale ribbons, and every stem seems to hold that light for a moment, then let it go again. The grove stands close together, not crowded, just companionable, like friends who don't need to fill the silence with words. If you listen, you may notice how many sounds here are made of gentle friction, leaf against leaf, a smooth stem brushing another, a breeze moving through green like water moving through reeds. Even the quiet has texture, as if you could rest your palm against it and feel how calm it is. And somewhere inside this calm, a single question settles in, one that doesn't demand an answer, only a little space to exist. When the world presses and changes, What does it mean to stay yourself and still adapt? It's a simple question, the kind nature asks without speaking. The bamboo doesn't hold meetings about it. It doesn't write a list of goals. It doesn't even look particularly stressed about the concept. It just leans a little when the wind leans, and then returns to its gentle uprightness, as if flexibility and steadiness are not opposites, but neighbors. You can see it in the way bamboo grows in patient sections, one node, then another, like a quiet reminder that progress can be unhurried and still be real. You can see it in the way a grove shares light and shade, each stem taking its turn, each leaf finding a place. Nothing here seems desperate to be first. Everything seems content to be part of the whole. And perhaps that's why so many cultures have looked at bamboo and felt something familiar, a symbol of luck, not as a loud surprise, but as a steady presence, a symbol of strength, not as stiffness, but as the ability to bend and keep your shape, a symbol of resilience, not as a dramatic comeback, but as the calm decision to continue. There's even a faintly humorous comfort in it, if you let yourself notice. Bamboo can grow quickly, yes, but it never seems impatient about it. It's the rare overachiever that still feels soothing to be around. If plants gave advice, bamboo might simply say, try being flexible. Also, drink water. Also, stand quietly and look elegant. Not bad, honestly. So let that question rest beside you now, like a smooth stone warmed by moonlight. What does it mean to stay yourself and still adapt? You don't have to solve it. You only have to let it echo softly as we drift onward, deeper beneath the leaves, into the gentle story of bamboo. How it lives, how it moves, and how people, across many places and many years, have found calm meaning in its quiet way of being. Before we follow bamboo through stories and symbols, it helps to stand quietly at the edge of the grove and simply notice where we are. The night air carries a cool, clean softness, like fabric freshly washed and left to dry under a calm sky. Above, the moon sits high enough to feel steady, and below, the ground holds a gentle dampness, earth that remembers rain and keeps its memory in silence. A bamboo grove has a particular kind of atmosphere. It isn't loud, even when the wind moves through it. It has layers of hush, the stillness of tall stems, the whisper of narrow leaves, the muted sound of soil and roots doing their slow work. The light here behaves differently too. It doesn't flood in, it slips in, thin and silver, turning every leaf into a soft-edged shape and every stem into a pale column of calm. And then there is the simple, surprising truth that shifts the way we see it. Bamboo isn't actually a tree. It's a giant grass, one of the largest grasses on Earth. That might feel like a small detail, but it changes the tone of the whole scene. The grove becomes, in a way, a tall meadow, a field that decided to reach upward, a reminder that nature doesn't always follow our labels. It simply grows into whatever form fits. Bamboo often lives in warm and temperate regions, in places where seasons are gentle enough to let green persist, or where rains return in steady rhythms. Many species spread through rhizomes, underground stems that travel quietly beneath the soil, sending up new shoots like soft announcements. Above ground, the stems, called culms, rise in segments marked by nodes, as if the plant is measuring its life in calm little chapters. The growth of bamboo is famous, but we won't rush toward that fact like it's a headline. Instead, we'll let it be what it is, a natural example of steady energy. Some bamboo shoots can lengthen quickly under the right conditions, yet the grove as a whole still feels patient. It doesn't perform its growth. It simply unfolds, as if the earth itself is stretching in its sleep, and the grove participates in a small nightly routine. Leaves cool as the air cools. Moisture settles on their edges. Insects move with quiet purpose, like tiny caretakers. Somewhere beyond the bamboo, a bird may call once, then settle again. Nothing here seems interested in making a scene. If the river nearby could speak, it might say, "I'm not rushing. I'm just going where the land gently asks me to go." And bamboo, swaying in agreement, might add, "Same. So this is our setting. Moonlight, soft air, tall grass pretending, very convincingly, to be a forest. From here, we'll drift into bamboo's gentle presence in human life, how it becomes a symbol, a metaphor, a comfort. But for now, just let the grove be what it is, quiet, green, and steady, like a place where your thoughts can slow down and learn the art of simply being. Step a little deeper into the bamboo, and you may notice how the grove changes your sense of space. The stems rise close together, yet the feeling is open. Light finds narrow paths between leaves, and the shadows feel gentle, like a blanket with soft folds. The air carries a faint green scent, fresh, clean, slightly sweet, like rain resting on plants that know how to keep secrets. Bamboo's strength is not the kind that clings or hardens. It's a strength that stays relaxed. Each stem stands tall, but not rigid. It yields to the breeze with a quiet dignity, as if bending is simply another way of standing. And in that simple motion, many people have seen a lesson that feels almost personal. Across cultures, bamboo often becomes a symbol of resilience, of meeting change without losing your shape. Not because bamboo tries to be inspiring, but because it just is. The grove doesn't lecture, it demonstrates. A wind arrives, and the leaves whisper their small, brushed silk sound. The stems lean, then return. Nothing dramatic, nothing forced, just the calm practice of flexibility. If you look closely, you'll see the nodes along the stems, little rings that mark each segment, like quiet milestones. They give bamboo its structure, but they also add a kind of visual rhythm, as though the plant is built from patience itself, one section, then another. The grove rises the way a slow thought forms, steadily, without hurry, without noise. It's easy to understand why bamboo feels like an emblem of steady character. In art and poetry, bamboo is often paired with things that suggest endurance: stone, mountain, winter air. Yet it remains green, light, and alive. It holds its leaves like soft flags of calm. It stands in clusters, not alone, and that can feel like another kind of strength, the strength of belonging. There's a gentle humor in it, too, if you let your mind smile a little. Bamboo has the posture of a disciplined monk and the soul of a laid-back neighbor. It looks elegant, yet it's still, technically, a grass. A very tall, very accomplished grass. If grasses had awards, bamboo would accept them modestly, and then go right back to swaying in the moonlight. So tonight, as you settle into stillness, let bamboo offer you this quiet suggestion. Strength does not always sound like effort. Sometimes it sounds like leaves moving softly in the dark. Sometimes it looks like flexibility that doesn't apologize. Sometimes it feels like standing tall while staying gentle. And as your breathing slows, you can imagine the grove doing what it always does, leaning with the wind, returning to center like a lullaby made of green. In the hush of night, it's easy to picture a small home near a grove. Warm light behind paper screens, a faint scent of tea, and outside, bamboo leaves brushing each other like quiet applause. Not the kind that startles, just the kind that says, "Yes, this feels good. This feels peaceful." In many places, bamboo is welcomed as a symbol of good fortune, not the flashy kind of luck that arrives with fireworks, but a calmer luck, steady, supportive, almost practical. The kind of luck that feels like a well-tied knot, a door that opens smoothly, a day that flows without too many sharp edges. Part of this symbolism comes from bamboo's evergreen nature in many climates. Even as seasons shift, bamboo often stays green, as if it remembers how to continue softly. It doesn't insist that everything must remain the same. It simply keeps offering its calm color, like a promise that life can stay gentle in small ways. Another part comes from bamboo's growth habit, how it rises in clean lines, how it forms groves that feel orderly without being strict. Bamboo can look like nature's calligraphy, strokes of green ink drawn upward on the page of the night. And there's something comforting about that, something that suggests alignment, balance, a quiet yes in the middle of the world's noise. In some traditions, bamboo appears in decorations, artwork, or garden design as a way of inviting good energy, freshness, clarity, resilience. Its hollow stems have also been seen as a symbol of openness, being strong, yet not filled with heaviness, being upright, yet making room inside yourself for breath, for listening, for calm. If you imagine bamboo by a doorway, it feels like a gentle guardian, though it doesn't guard in any dramatic way. It simply stands there, swaying politely, like a friend who doesn't talk too much but always shows up. The leaves offer their soft whisper, and the stems make that faint, woody creak that sounds like the house settling into comfort. And if we allow one small, sleepy joke, bamboo as a luck symbol makes perfect sense, because it's the only plant that looks like it has its life completely together. Tall posture, clean lines, calm expression. Meanwhile, the rest of us are out here trying to remember where we put our keys. So tonight, if you'd like, you can borrow bamboo's quiet version of luck. Not luck as a big event, luck as a gentle pattern. A steady green presence, a homey sense of things being workable. Breathe in slowly, like wind slipping through leaves. Breathe out, like the grove letting go of the day. And let bamboo's calm idea of fortune settle beside you, soft, simple, and quietly kind. Stand close to a bamboo stem, and you'll notice something curious. It feels solid, yet it is not packed tight with itself. Inside many bamboo culms is a hollow space, an open corridor of air running upward through the plant like a quiet secret. In human storytelling, that hollow space has often become a symbol, not of emptiness in a lonely sense, but of openness, of making room. Bamboo can be strong and upright, yet still carry an inner spaciousness. It's a simple botanical detail, and yet it feels surprisingly comforting, as if nature has built a gentle reminder right into the structure. You can be steady without being crowded inside. The nodes, those little rings along the stem, create chambers, sections that feel like small rooms in a tall greenhouse. Each chamber holds quiet. Each one supports the next. The whole plant becomes a kind of architecture of calm, strength paired with space, structure paired with breath. This is one reason bamboo appears so often in art and philosophy, especially in East Asia, where it has long been admired for qualities that feel quietly aspirational: integrity, humility, adaptability. Bamboo does not announce itself with fragrance like a flower, and it doesn't spread broad branches like a tree. It rises simply, and it sways when it needs to sway. That can feel like humility, not shrinking, just not performing. And the hollow stem suggests another soft virtue: listening. An open interior feels like a place where wind can pass through, a place where sound can resonate gently. In a way, bamboo looks like it's designed to let the world move through it without becoming tangled. If you've ever felt your mind fill up, too many thoughts, too many tabs open inside your head, bamboo offers a quieter pattern. Not empty your mind like a command, but make a little space like an invitation, a small clearing, a calm inner hallway where breath can walk slowly from one end to the other. There's also a mild sweetness in imagining bamboo as the polite minimalist of the plant world. It's as if bamboo said, "I will stand tall, and I will not store unnecessary clutter." Meanwhile, somewhere nearby, a vine is enthusiastically collecting everything it touches. So tonight, as you rest, you can borrow bamboo's architecture. Picture your thoughts as leaves, soft, thin, and moving easily. Picture your breath as wind passing through, not pushing, not forcing. And picture a gentle spaciousness inside you, like bamboo's hollow stem, strong walls, open center. Nothing to fix, nothing to achieve, just room. And in that room, the night feels a little wider. The silence feels friendly. The grove keeps swaying, and you too can settle into a calm kind of openness, steady on the outside, spacious within. There are nights when bamboo doesn't just feel like a plant. It feels like a drawing made by the wind. In moonlight, the stems appear as pale lines, and the leaves cluster into soft, angled shapes, like careful brush strokes on dark paper. It makes sense that bamboo has been loved by painters and poets for so long. Its form is simple, but not plain. It has rhythm. It has pauses. It has that gentle balance between discipline and ease. In traditional ink painting, bamboo is often rendered with a few confident strokes. One line for the stem, quick marks for leaves, small accents for nodes. The image can feel almost minimal, yet it holds a full atmosphere. Bamboo becomes a study in restraint, saying enough, then letting silence do the rest. And that is, in its own way, a very sleepy kind of art. Poetry has treated bamboo similarly, not as a dramatic hero, but as a steady presence, standing through changing weather, staying green, responding with softness rather than resistance. Bamboo appears beside moonlight, beside rain, beside the quiet life of a scholar's garden. It becomes part of a mood, reflective, clean, calm, and in many of these traditions, bamboo is admired not only for how it looks, but for what it suggests about character. Straightness, yes, but not stiffness. Flexibility, yes, but not fragility. It's the kind of symbolism that feels comforting because it's quiet. Bamboo does not demand that you become perfect. It simply offers an image of steadiness that remains gentle. Even the sound of bamboo fits poetry. When leaves move, they don't roar, they murmur. When stems touch, they don't crash. They tap softly, like a metronome set too slow and kind. The grove becomes its own verse, repeating patterns, subtle variation, a soothing consistency. If you imagine a painter sitting near a bamboo grove, you can almost feel the calm of the moment. Brush dipped in ink, paper waiting, breath steady. The bamboo outside sways, and the hand follows that motion with a line. The art becomes less about copying a plant and more about matching a pace, seeing and breathing at the same speed. And if we let one gentle laugh slip in, bamboo in ink painting is so elegant that it makes other plants look like they're trying too hard. Somewhere, a flower is wearing a very complicated outfit. Bamboo arrives in a clean suit and says nothing, and everyone quietly nods. So tonight, let bamboo be a kind of visual lullaby. Picture those long stems as calm lines in the dark. Picture the leaves as soft commas, pausing the sentence of the night, and let your thoughts become simpler, less cluttered, more spacious, like a painting that knows when to stop. The grove continues to write its poem in the air. You only have to listen. Bamboo is not only admired, it is also quietly useful. So useful, in fact, that it sometimes feels like a plant that arrived with a thoughtful toolbox. In many regions, bamboo becomes part of daily life in ways that feel natural and unhurried. It appears in baskets and mats, in simple fences, in garden gates that open with a soft sound. It becomes cups, flutes, paper, walking sticks, and the kind of small household objects that don't announce themselves, but make life smoother. And somehow, this practical role only deepens its symbolism. Bamboo as adaptability, not just in theory, but in touchable, everyday form. You can imagine hands working with bamboo in a quiet evening light. Strips are woven slowly over and under, forming a pattern that looks like patience made visible. The material bends, then holds. It is flexible, then stable. And it does all of this without asking for drama. In some cultures, bamboo's usefulness is tied to ideas of simplicity and harmony. A life that uses what is near, a life that shapes gently rather than forcing. Bamboo becomes a reminder that strength can be lightweight, that beauty can be practical, that a thing can be both ordinary and deeply meaningful. Even bamboo instruments carry this feeling. A bamboo flute doesn't shout. It pours out a thin stream of sound, airy and calm, as if the music itself is breathing. When you hear it, you can almost imagine the hollow stem offering its inner space to the wind, turning openness into tone. And bamboo's presence in gardens is its own gentle kind of usefulness. A grove can offer shade, a sense of privacy, a soft wall of green that moves with the breeze. It changes the mood of a place. It slows it down. It's hard to feel hurried beside bamboo. The leaves simply won't cooperate with that kind of energy. If we allow a small, sleepy joke, Bamboo is the friend who helps you move house, brings snacks, and still looks elegant doing it. Meanwhile, you're holding a cardboard box that says miscellaneous and questioning all your life choices. So tonight, when we speak of bamboo as a symbol across cultures, we can also remember this. Symbols endure when they feel real. Bamboo's meaning isn't only painted or written, it's woven, held, carried, heard. It lives in the quiet objects people touch every day, and in that way, it becomes a soft companion to ordinary life. Let that thought settle gently. The useful can be beautiful. The simple can be strong. The adaptable can still feel like home. And as the night continues, the grove sways outside, offering both symbol and shelter, quietly, faithfully, like it always has. In some places, winter arrives like a long exhale. The air cools, the light thins, the ground grows quiet and firm, and the world seems to move in smaller, slower gestures. In that season, bamboo often stands out, not because it demands attention, but because it keeps a gentle shade of green when other leaves have drifted away. This evergreen steadiness is one reason bamboo becomes a symbol of endurance across many cultures. Not endurance as stubbornness, but endurance as continuity. A simple, calm, still here feeling. Bamboo does not argue with winter. It doesn't compete with it. It simply lives alongside it, letting cold air pass through leaves, letting frost settle and melt, letting time do what time does. In East Asian traditions, bamboo is sometimes grouped with other plants that represent resilient character, often alongside pine and plum. Each carries a different mood. Pine for steadfast presence, plum for quiet beauty that returns even in chill air, and bamboo for flexibility that doesn't lose its uprightness. Together, they form a soft vocabulary for how nature continues, even when the season becomes spare. Standing in a bamboo grove at night, you can sense that spare clarity. The stems look even cleaner in winter light. The leaves seem to speak in smaller whispers, as if conserving syllables. And the whole grove feels like a place designed for reflection. Fewer distractions, more space. There is something comforting about a plant that remains green without showing off. Bamboo doesn't wave its color like a banner. It simply holds it. The green becomes a quiet reminder that the world is not only what is visible right now. Beneath the soil, roots and rhizomes stay patient. Inside the stems, inner spaces hold calm. Life continues in a slower register. If you're listening tonight with a tired mind, bamboo's winter symbolism can feel like a gentle kindness. You don't have to be at your brightest to still be yourself. You don't have to bloom to be worthy. Sometimes you simply stand. You sway a little. You keep your soft color where you can. And if we allow one faint line of humor, whispered like a leaf, bamboo in winter has the energy of someone who shows up wearing a simple coat and still looks effortlessly composed. Meanwhile, the rest of us are wrapped in 3 blankets, trying to remember if we ever knew how to be elegant. So let bamboo's winter presence settle into your thoughts. A calm green shape in the quiet season, a steady symbol that doesn't insist, doesn't push, only remains. Breathe in, feel the cool air soften as it enters. Breathe out. Let your body loosen like leaves relaxing on a still night. And imagine the grove, upright, flexible, quietly evergreen, keeping you company in the simplest way, by being calm. Some symbols speak loudly, bamboo does not. Bamboo speaks the way a good habit speaks, quietly, consistently, without needing applause. Across many cultures, especially in East Asia, bamboo has been admired as a picture of character. Not a dramatic character, a steady one. Bamboo stands straight, yet it is not rigid. It bends, yet it is not broken. It grows in sections, patiently, like a life built from small, reliable moments. This is why bamboo often appears in discussions of integrity and humility. Its upright form suggests honesty, an alignment between what it is and how it stands in the world. And its hollow stem suggests openness, a willingness to remain spacious inside, not crowded by ego or noise. If you think of bamboo as a teacher, it would be the kind who doesn't talk too much. It would simply point toward the wind, toward the way the stems sway and return, toward the way the leaves keep their soft conversations. The lesson would be gentle. You can be strong and still be soft. You can be clear and still be kind. In some traditions, scholars and artists kept bamboo close in gardens and paintings, not only because it was beautiful, but because it set a tone. Bamboo brings a quiet order to a space. Its lines are clean. Its movement is measured. It invites you to slow down and become a little simpler. And there is something soothing about that invitation. When your mind feels tangled, bamboo offers a different shape, long, uncluttered lines. When your day feels noisy, bamboo offers a different sound, whispering leaves, faint taps of stems. When your thoughts feel heavy, bamboo offers a different interior, hollow, airy, open. This symbolism also connects to adaptability. Bamboo does not cling to one posture. It responds. It adjusts. It works with the breeze rather than resisting it. And in that cooperation, it stays upright. Many people have looked at that and seen a quiet kind of wisdom, an intelligence that lives in timing and flexibility. It's not the win at all costs kind of strength. It's the continue gently kind of strength. If we allow one small, sleepy aside, bamboo carries itself like it has excellent posture and excellent boundaries. It bends when it needs to and returns when it's done. That's a surprisingly good life skill for a plant. Many humans are still working on it. So tonight, let bamboo's virtue be a comfort, not a demand. You don't have to become perfectly calm or perfectly flexible. You only have to notice what nature shows. Steadiness can be quiet. Integrity can be gentle. Adaptability can feel like rest. As you breathe, imagine a single bamboo stem in moonlight, upright, calm, spacious inside. The wind passes through, the stem sways, then settles again. And perhaps, in that simple motion, your own mind finds permission to soften without losing itself. Imagine a doorway at the edge of winter, where the year turns quietly, like a page being lifted with care. The night is cool. The air smells faintly of pine or rain-washed stone. And near the entrance, there is bamboo, fresh, green, and simple, placed not as decoration alone, but as a gentle wish. In several cultures, bamboo appears in seasonal traditions, especially around new beginnings. Its green color can symbolize vitality, clarity, and a kind of calm good fortune. Not luck as a sudden surprise, but luck as a steady path, days that hold together, nights that feel restful, a life that keeps returning to balance. Bamboo also carries the feeling of renewal because it grows in segments and sends up new shoots. Even when the surface of the world looks quiet, bamboo continues its patient work beneath the soil. Rhizomes travel in slow, hidden lines, preparing the next season's green. It's an understated form of optimism. Life planning gently in the background. In places where bamboo is used in festival structures, decorations, or offerings, it often stands for resilience and protection. Again, not protection as something tense or combative, but protection as a calm boundary. A sense of the home being held in good order. A sense of the threshold being blessed with steadiness. And bamboo's own nature supports this symbolism. It is strong, but it does not feel harsh. It is light, but it does not feel flimsy. It is flexible, but it does not feel uncertain. It becomes the ideal material for a quiet kind of celebration, hopeful without being loud. If you picture the scene slowly, bamboo near a lantern, bamboo near a gate, bamboo in a small arrangement beside a path, you can almost feel the mood it creates. The green is restful to the eyes. The lines are clean. The leaves move gently, as if waving a polite hello to the future. There is also something comforting about bamboo being chosen for ceremonies, because it suggests that new beginnings don't require a dramatic reinvention. Sometimes a new beginning is simply a return to softness, a return to patience, a return to the simple practice of continuing. And if we allow one sleepy joke, as light as fog, bamboo at a New Year celebration is like that one guest who arrives looking calm, organized, and quietly lucky. The rest of us show up slightly confused, holding snacks, and hoping the universe appreciates effort. So tonight, as we drift through bamboo's meanings across cultures, let this one rest beside you. Bamboo as a blessing, a soft green signal that life can begin again gently, that strength can be quiet, that adaptability can feel like ease. Breathe in, like stepping over a calm threshold. Breathe out, like setting down the old year's weight. And imagine bamboo standing nearby, simple, green, steady, offering a quiet wish for peace, one leaf whisper at a time. As we move through bamboo's symbolism, it can be soothing to remember that bamboo is not only an idea, it is also a living place, an ecosystem in tall green lines. A bamboo grove at night becomes a kind of shelter made from sound and shadow. The stems create vertical corridors where wind slows down. The leaves form a soft ceiling that breaks up moonlight into delicate patterns. Underfoot, the ground feels cooler and slightly damp, shaded from the day's heat. Even the air can feel calmer here, as if the grove is gently filtering the world. Many animals and insects find comfort in this structure. Small creatures use the leaf litter as a quiet cover. Birds may rest among the stems, tucked into stillness. Insects move along the leaves and nodes, following tiny roots that never appear on maps. The grove becomes a neighborhood of soft routines, nothing dramatic, just the nightly rhythm of living. Bamboo also changes the environment in subtle ways. Its dense growth can soften wind. Its shade can cool the soil. Its fallen leaves add to the ground's layer of organic material, slowly shaping the texture of the forest floor. Over time, a grove develops its own mood, a particular hush, a particular scent, a particular way light behaves. And in this sense, Bamboo's cultural meanings connect back to something real. Resilience, adaptability, steadiness, these are not just metaphors. They are qualities that help bamboo create a stable place, a grove that stays, a grove that shelters, a grove that offers continuity. If you picture yourself sitting at the edge of a bamboo stand, you might hear a faint chorus of night insects, steady and soft. You might hear the tiny patter of something moving through leaves. You might feel the air cool against your skin like a gentle cloth. The grove is not a stage. It is a room open to the night, but held together by green. There is a quiet beauty in ecosystems like this, because they don't demand our attention. They simply work. They simply hold life in calm patterns. And perhaps that is why humans return again and again to bamboo, not only as material, not only as symbol, but as a feeling, being contained in softness. If we add one almost inaudible line of humor, bamboo makes a surprisingly good host. It offers shade, shelter, and a soothing soundtrack of leaf whispers. It doesn't ask you to make conversation. It just lets you be there, which is honestly the best kind of hosting. So tonight, let bamboo be more than an idea in your mind. Let it be a place you can enter gently, a green corridor of quiet, a habitat that holds small lives, steady breath by steady breath. And as you settle, imagine the grove continuing its night work, leaves moving, insects humming, stems standing, like a calm world that doesn't rush you and never asks you to be anything other than quiet. Bamboo carries a curious paradox. It is famous for growing quickly, and yet it feels like one of the calmest plants in the world. Even the idea of fastest growing could sound exciting, but bamboo somehow makes it feel soothing. Perhaps because the growth itself is not loud. It doesn't sparkle, it doesn't flash, it simply lengthens, quietly, steadily, like a deep breath expanding the chest in slow motion. A bamboo shoot begins as a tender spear rising from the soil, wrapped in protective sheaths. It emerges with a kind of modest determination. No drama, no announcement, just a gentle upward intention. Under the right conditions, some species can extend noticeably within a day, adding length in calm increments. Yet the grove remains unhurried in its mood, as if speed and serenity can share the same space. Part of this calm feeling comes from bamboo's structure. It grows in segments, guided by nodes, little markers of order. Even when the plant is energetic, it still looks composed. It's as if bamboo has discovered how to be productive without looking stressed about it. And across cultures, this paradox becomes symbolic. Bamboo represents resilience and adaptability, not because it wins against anything, but because it keeps unfolding in the direction of light. It responds to conditions. It uses time well. It grows when it can, rests when it needs to, and stays elegantly quiet throughout. For listeners who are tired, this can feel like a gentle permission slip. Growth does not have to be noisy. Progress does not have to feel like strain. Sometimes change happens quietly, almost invisibly, like bamboo lengthening in the night while the grove continues to whisper. If you imagine the grove under moonlight, you might picture countless small processes happening without disturbance. Water moving through stems, cells expanding, leaves adjusting their angles to air and light. It's a soft industry, a peaceful productivity, the kind that doesn't disrupt sleep. It almost encourages it. And if we let one small, sleepy joke drift in, bamboo is the rare high achiever that doesn't make you feel guilty. It's doing a lot, technically, and yet it still looks like it's meditating. So tonight, when you think of bamboo as a symbol, you can hold this paradox gently. Fast growth, slow feeling, energy without agitation, strength without stiffness. Let your breathing follow that pattern. Inhale, quiet expansion. Exhale, quiet release. You don't need to rush. You don't need to force anything. Like bamboo, you can simply unfold at your own pace, in your own time, in the calm direction of rest. And as the grove continues its soft whispering, you can let the idea of quiet growth settle into you, like a comforting thought that doesn't require effort, only presence. Rain changes a bamboo grove in the gentlest way. It doesn't flood the scene with drama. It simply arrives, drop by drop, like a quiet conversation between sky and leaf. Each slender blade catches a bead of water, holds it for a moment, and then lets it slide along the edge, falling softly into the layers below. Under moonlight, the rain can look like fine threads, almost invisible until they touch something. Then you hear it, a delicate tapping, a soft drumming, a careful patter that never seems in a hurry. Bamboo leaves respond with small shivers, not from fear or force, but from the simple physics of being light and alive. The whole grove becomes an instrument tuned to calm. Across cultures, rain and bamboo often share symbolic space. Rain is renewal, washing, clearing, softening. Bamboo is resilience, bending, continuing, staying green. Together they create a quiet story about patience, how life doesn't always need to be pushed forward. Sometimes it is gently watered into place. If you stand in the grove during a light rainfall, the air feels cooler and sweeter, like it's been filtered. The scent becomes greener, more mineral, more clean. The ground darkens and relaxes, receiving moisture without complaint. In some traditions, scenes like this, bamboo and rain, appear in paintings and poems as a kind of emotional climate, a setting for reflection, for calm honesty, for the slow acceptance that everything changes, and yet can still be beautiful. It's easy to understand why. Rain doesn't force bamboo to be different. It simply invites a response. Leaves tilt, water gathers, droplets fall. The bamboo remains itself, but it adapts moment by moment. That is the sort of adaptability people recognize and admire because it feels attainable. It feels like a gentle skill rather than a heroic feat. If we allow a small, sleepy aside, bamboo in the rain has the composure of someone who owns a very good umbrella, even if it doesn't. It just stands there, collecting raindrops like it's part of an elegant routine. Meanwhile, many of us meet a drizzle and immediately forget how to walk normally. So tonight, let rain be part of our story. Not as weather, but as rhythm. Imagine the sound of droplets on leaves. Imagine the slow movement of water along stems, gathering at nodes, slipping down in tiny streams. Imagine the grove breathing through it all, as if rain is simply one more way the night speaks softly. And as you listen inwardly, let your thoughts take on that same pattern. A thought arrives like a droplet. You notice it. You let it pass. Another arrives. Another slides away. Nothing to solve, nothing to hold tightly, just the steady, patient music of bamboo and rain, quietly teaching the art of letting go. In many places, bamboo appears where one space becomes another. A garden gate, a pathway entrance, a simple fence line that guides without harshness. Bamboo is often used at thresholds, and it's easy to see why. It creates a boundary that feels calm rather than confrontational. A bamboo gate does not look like a wall. It looks like an invitation with structure. Its lines are clean, its material is light, and even when it stands firmly in place, it still carries the memory of swaying and wind. That combination, steadiness and softness, has made bamboo a meaningful symbol of protection in various cultural traditions. Not protection as fear, but protection as good order. A gentle, "this is home" feeling. At night, imagine walking towards such a gate. The air cools as you near the garden. The leaves above whisper. The bamboo posts stand upright, pale in moonlight, and the gate itself rests quietly on its hinges. When you pass through, it's not a dramatic crossing. It's a soft shift in atmosphere, like stepping from busy thoughts into quieter ones. Culturally, thresholds carry meaning. They mark beginnings, transitions, the point where the outside world becomes the inner world. Bamboo's presence there can feel like a blessing. May what enters be kind. May what leaves be light. May the space within remain balanced, and bamboo accomplishes this without heaviness. A bamboo fence can be strong, but it doesn't feel oppressive. It allows air and light to pass through. It suggests privacy, yet it remains connected to the surrounding world. That's a surprisingly soothing metaphor. Boundaries that don't isolate, structure that doesn't imprison. If you let the idea settle, you might notice how it applies to rest. Sleep, too, is a threshold, a gentle crossing from waking into softness. And like a bamboo gate, it works best when it's simple, when it's not forced, when it's allowed to be a calm transition. A faint line of humor can live here, quietly. Bamboo makes boundaries look so elegant that you almost forget they're boundaries. It's like the plant version of saying no politely, with excellent posture. So tonight, if your mind feels busy at the doorway of sleep, picture a bamboo gate in moonlight. Picture yourself approaching it slowly. Your breath is steady. Your shoulders loosen. The gate does not ask for effort. It simply waits, doing what it was made to do. Mark a transition with calm. Inhale as if stepping closer. Exhale as if passing through. On the other side is a softer space, quiet, green, and welcoming. And bamboo stands nearby, not guarding with tension, but holding the boundary with grace. A single bamboo stem is graceful, but a grove is something else entirely. It feels like companionship made visible, many stems together, rising in calm agreement, each one its own shape, and yet part of a shared rhythm. In nature, bamboo often grows in clusters, connected underground through rhizomes. Above the soil, you see separate stems. Below the soil, you find continuity, hidden lines of connection that spread gently, patiently, like a quiet conversation that never really ends. This is one reason bamboo becomes a symbol, not only of strength, but of community, resilience supported by togetherness. In cultural storytelling, this quality appears in subtle ways. A grove can represent harmony, individuals standing upright, yet moving with the same wind. It can represent cooperation, each stem sharing shade and light, each leaf taking part in the grove's soft music. And because bamboo doesn't feel crowded, the symbolism stays soothing. Togetherness here is spacious. It allows breathing room. At night, the grove feels especially companionable. The stems become pale lines against darkness, and the spaces between them feel like hallways in a quiet home. The leaves whisper overhead like a low, steady lullaby. If a breeze moves through, the whole grove responds, not in perfect unison, but in gentle waves, like a group exhaling at slightly different times. It's easy to imagine why this calm group presence becomes meaningful to people. Many of us carry our lives in separate stems, separate days, separate tasks, separate worries. Bamboo suggests another model, distinct yet connected, upright yet flexible, close yet not suffocating. And that can be deeply restful, because the grove doesn't require performance. It doesn't reward loudness. It doesn't demand that one stem be more important than another. The grove simply exists, and in that existence, it offers a kind of quiet reassurance. You don't have to hold everything alone. If we allow a small, sleepy smile, bamboo groves have the vibe of a very calm group chat. No shouting, no chaos, just steady updates from the wind and occasional leaf whispers that translate roughly to, "We're doing fine." So tonight, let the grove be a gentle image for your mind. Imagine your thoughts as separate stems, present, upright, but not arguing with each other. Imagine a deeper connection beneath them, an underground calm where everything is supported. And imagine the breeze of your breath moving through, touching each thought lightly, then passing on. Inhale and feel that quiet companionship. Exhale and let the space between thoughts widen. The grove stands around you, not demanding anything, only offering its shared steadiness. And in that shared steadiness, your body may find it easier to soften, like a leaf settling after a small breeze. Some symbols live in daily objects. Others appear at life's tender turning points, moments when people gather to mark a beginning, a bond, a promise. In several cultures, bamboo finds its way into ceremonies and celebrations, not because it steals the spotlight, but because it quietly supports the mood, steady, hopeful, enduring. Bamboo can symbolize a wish for continuity. Not continuity as sameness, but continuity as steadiness through change. A relationship that adapts, a home that remains calm, a future that grows in small sections, node by node, like bamboo itself. In ceremonial settings, bamboo may appear in decorations, arches, or simple woven pieces, materials shaped with care. Its presence can feel like a blessing that doesn't need many words. Bamboo's lines are clean. Its color is restful. It suggests strength that remains gentle, resilience that doesn't become hard. If you picture a quiet nighttime celebration, lanterns glowing softly, voices lowered, air cool and sweet, bamboo fits naturally into the scene. It doesn't compete with music or laughter. It holds the space. It frames the moment like a calm border around a painting. And bamboo's symbolism in these contexts often connects back to the natural qualities we've been noticing all along. Flexibility, uprightness, inner openness. A bamboo stem bends and returns. A bamboo grove stands together. A bamboo shoot rises from patient underground pathways. These are not just botanical facts. They are shapes people recognize as meaningful. There is something soothing about ceremonial symbolism because it's a reminder that humans, too, look for calm patterns. We place certain plants near certain moments because they speak a quiet language we understand. Bamboo says, "May you be strong without becoming rigid. May you adapt without losing your center. May your life grow steadily without needing to rush." And if we let one gentle laugh drift through the lantern light, bamboo is an excellent symbol for relationships because it knows how to bend without snapping, and it also looks good in photos. Very considerate, honestly. So tonight, as you rest, you can let bamboo's ceremonial meaning become personal, not in a heavy way, just in a soft one. Think of bamboo as a promise you can offer yourself to move through change with gentleness, to keep your inner space open, to keep returning to calm. Inhale, as if stepping into a warmly lit gathering. Exhale, as if sitting down and letting the evening hold you. Somewhere nearby, bamboo stands quietly, green, upright, flexible, like a simple blessing that doesn't ask to be spoken aloud. And with that blessing nearby, you can let the night continue to soften, carrying you forward with steady ease. If bamboo has a universal language, it may be sound. Not words exactly, more like a shared hush, a whispering texture, the soft friction of leaf against leaf, the faint, hollow-toned tapping when stems touch lightly. When wind moves through bamboo, it doesn't feel like weather. It feels like music the night has always known. Across different countries and landscapes, people have listened to this sound and recognized something soothing in it. Even if the cultural meanings of bamboo shift from place to place, luck here, integrity there, protection somewhere else, the sound of bamboo in wind often carries the same effect. It slows the mind, it softens the body, it makes time feel less sharp. At night, the wind tends to move more gently, like it's learned manners. It slides into the grove and the leaves respond with a quiet shimmer. The sound is not a wave crashing. It's more like fabric moving, or pages turning, or a distant rain that can't quite decide whether to arrive. It's a sound that doesn't demand attention. It invites it. In many traditions, bamboo has been used to shape music, flutes, chimes, simple instruments that rely on air and hollow space. That detail feels almost poetic. Bamboo, already full of wind, becoming a vessel for wind. Nature turning one of its own materials into a way to sing. And that is part of bamboo's cultural symbolism. 2. It represents harmony. Not harmony as perfection, but harmony as fittingness. Air moving through leaf, sound matching the mood, the environment cooperating with itself. Bamboo doesn't fight wind. It receives it, translates it into whispering, and lets it pass on. If you listen closely in your imagination, you might notice how the sound comes in layers. High, thin leaf whispers, lower, softer stem tones, the occasional pause where the breeze rests, and silence returns like a blanket smoothing itself out. It is, in a way, a lullaby that repeats without becoming tiring. And if we allow one feather-light line of humor, bamboo is excellent at ambiance. It's like nature hired a sound designer and bamboo showed up early, already wearing headphones, ready to make the night feel cinematic. So tonight, let the bamboo wind song become part of your breathing. Inhale, wind entering the grove. Exhale, leaves whispering as it passes through. Let your thoughts move the same way, arriving softly, drifting through, leaving without effort. You don't have to chase quiet. Quiet is already here, woven into the soundscape. Bamboo reminds us that calm can be created simply by allowing movement to be gentle. And as the grove continues to whisper, you can let your mind settle into that shared lullaby, one that has soothed people across places and centuries, not with excitement, not with spectacle, but with the simplest comfort of wind and leaves and time moving slowly enough to feel kind. There is a particular kind of quiet that only happens under moonlight, when colors soften and edges blur into gentler shapes. In a bamboo grove, that moonlight becomes something almost tender. It slides along the smooth stems like a slow stream, and it gathers in the leaves as pale, shifting highlights, little silver moments that appear, then drift away. It's easy to see why bamboo often appears in nighttime art and poetry. Bamboo doesn't just stand in moonlight, it seems to cooperate with it. The tall stems become simple lines, like careful strokes on dark paper. The leaves become soft punctuation marks in the air, and the grove, taken together, becomes a kind of living calligraphy written by wind. Across cultures, moonlight often symbolizes reflection, calm thinking, and gentle transitions. Bamboo, with its quiet steadiness, fits naturally into that symbolism. When you place bamboo and moon together, you get a scene that doesn't ask for analysis. It simply offers atmosphere, cool, clean, and spacious. In many poems, bamboo and moon share a feeling of presence without possession. The moon does not cling to the grove, it visits. The bamboo does not grasp at light, it receives. This relationship is restful to imagine because it suggests a way of being that is light-handed, a way of meeting life without gripping it too tightly. If you sit with the image for a moment, you might notice how the grove changes your sense of time. The leaves move slowly, not because they're tired, but because the breeze is gentle. The shadows shift in quiet degrees. Everything feels patient. And patience, when you're trying to rest, can feel like a kind of kindness. There's also an understated symbolism in the way bamboo casts shadows. The shadows are narrow, layered, repeating, like a soft pattern laid across the ground. It's the sort of pattern you could stare at for a long time without feeling pulled into thought. Your eyes can follow the lines, then let them go. Your mind can do the same. And if we allow one small, sleepy smile, bamboo under moonlight looks like it's posing for a very serious portrait. Elegant, composed, absolutely convinced it was born to be dramatic in the quietest possible way. So tonight, let bamboo and moon become a resting place for your attention. Picture the stems as calm pillars of silver green. Picture the leaves as gentle shapes that sway like slow breathing. Let the moonlight be a soft wash over everything, smoothing the world into quiet. Inhale, as if the moon is sliding through the grove. Exhale, as if the shadows are settling into place. And for a little while, let your thoughts become as simple as bamboo in moonlight. Upright, flexible, and softly illuminated from within the night. Some symbols don't live only in paintings or ceremonies. They live in ordinary language, in small sayings people repeat while cooking dinner, while walking home, while watching weather pass by. Bamboo has slipped into that kind of language in many places, becoming shorthand for qualities that feel quietly admirable. A proverb doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. It's more like a smooth pebble you can carry in your pocket. Over time, the words become polished by repetition, and the meaning becomes a kind of comfort. Bamboo appears in sayings about flexibility, humility, steady growth, and resilience, simple reminders that life often moves best when it isn't forced. Even if you don't know the exact phrasing of any particular proverb, the pattern is recognizable. Bamboo bends, bamboo stands, bamboo continues. The message is calm. Strength does not always look like hardness. Wisdom does not always sound like certainty. Sometimes it looks like a plant that sways and still remains upright. In cultural storytelling, bamboo's segmented growth can become a metaphor for patient progress. One node, then the next. One small step, then another. No need to leap, no need to perform. Just the quiet reliability of continuing. And bamboo's hollow stem often suggests humility, being open, not filled with self-importance. It's a gentle symbol because it doesn't demand that you shrink yourself. It simply suggests that spaciousness inside you can feel better than clutter. Imagine someone offering such a proverb to a friend, not as advice shouted across the room, but as a warm sentence placed softly on the table. Be like bamboo, the words might imply. Stand tall, stay flexible, keep your center. It's the sort of guidance that doesn't create pressure, it creates room. There's also something soothing about the way nature-based sayings keep us grounded. They remind us that we're not the first people to feel uncertain, tired, or overwhelmed. People have always looked to plants and landscapes for reassurance. Bamboo becomes one of those steady references, an image the mind can return to when it wants to soften. If we let one gentle joke slip in, bamboo proverbs have excellent energy because they're basically life coaching from a plant that can't even use a calendar. And yet, somehow, it's still right. So tonight, you can hold bamboo in that same way, as a small saying without words. A quiet idea your mind can revisit. Bend with what comes. Return to center. Keep growing in calm sections. Inhale slowly, as if you're taking in a simple, steady sentence. Exhale slowly, as if you're letting it settle into you. No need to memorize anything. No need to apply it. Just let bamboo's meaning rest in the background of your thoughts, like a familiar phrase you've heard many times, until it becomes part of your calm. A garden is often a human way of asking nature to slow down with us, and bamboo, in many cultures, becomes a favorite answer to that request, not because it is flashy, but because it creates mood. A bamboo stand changes a space the way soft music changes a room. It adds movement that isn't busy. It adds green that isn't loud. It adds structure without heaviness. In a garden, bamboo can act like a gentle wall, privacy made of air and leaves. It can soften wind, filter light, and make the space feel slightly more sheltered. Even when you're not looking directly at it, you can hear it. That whispering leaf sound that seems to lower your shoulders by a few degrees. Some garden traditions place bamboo near water, ponds, streams, stone basins, because the pairing feels naturally calming. Water reflects light. Bamboo breaks it into soft patterns. Water moves steadily. Bamboo sways gently. Together they create a rhythm that feels like slow breathing. Bamboo's visual simplicity also suits meditative garden design. The lines are clean. The color is restful. The repeating nodes give the eye a quiet pattern to follow. Your attention can move along a stem, then drift to a cluster of leaves, then rest again. It's a gentle loop, like a lullaby for the eyes. And because bamboo is a grass, it carries a certain lightness even when it grows tall. It doesn't dominate the way a broad canopied tree might. It feels upright and slender, leaving space around itself. That spaciousness is part of why it's used to create a feeling of calm, not crowding. Culturally, bamboo gardens can symbolize balance, strength paired with softness, order paired with natural movement. They offer a place to pause, to sip tea, to read, to listen to wind. The bamboo becomes a companion to quiet routines. Daily life slowed down into something almost ceremonial. If we allow a soft line of humor, bamboo in a garden is like the world's most polite interior designer. It doesn't rearrange your furniture. It just improves the atmosphere and quietly makes everything look more composed. So tonight, imagine a bamboo garden scene as if you're walking through it slowly. Stone underfoot, cool and smooth. A faint sound of water nearby. Bamboo stems rising in calm lines, leaves shifting softly above. The air is clean and the light is gentle. Inhale as if you're stepping into that garden. Exhale as if you're sitting down and letting the space hold you. Bamboo doesn't ask you to think. It invites you to notice. And in noticing, your mind begins to quiet on its own, like a path that leads naturally toward rest. When people speak of bamboo as a symbol of adaptability, they often point to one simple truth. Bamboo bends. It doesn't bend as surrender, and it doesn't bend as weakness. It bends as cooperation. A breeze arrives, and bamboo receives it. The stems lean, the leaves tilt, and the grove moves like a slow wave. Then, when the air settles, bamboo settles too, returning to uprightness as naturally as breathing returns to stillness. Across many cultures, this movement becomes a quiet lesson. Life changes, weather shifts, seasons turn, the world does what it does, and bamboo offers a soft approach. Meet the moment with flexibility and keep your center. What makes this symbolism soothing is that it isn't demanding. Bamboo doesn't suggest you must be endlessly strong or endlessly cheerful. It suggests you can adjust without losing yourself. You can move with what comes, then return to your natural shape. Even bamboo's growth supports this idea. It doesn't grow as one solid block. It grows in segments. It adapts to its conditions, working with rain, soil, light, and temperature. It spreads quietly underground, then rises when it's ready. This is not the energy of forcing. It's the energy of timing. In some traditions, bamboo represents the ability to endure hardship with grace. But tonight, we don't need to carry heavy words. We can keep the feeling light and simple. Bamboo shows that softness can be practical, that bending can be intelligent, that resilience can be quiet. And if your own day has felt like too much, too many voices, too many tasks, too many thoughts, bamboo offers a small, calming image to hold. Not a command to handle it better, but a reminder that you can loosen your grip. You can let some things pass through like wind through leaves. If we allow one gentle smile, bamboo is excellent at boundaries because it doesn't argue with the wind. It just says in its own leafy way, "Okay, I hear you. I'll move a little, but I'm still me." So tonight, let bamboo's flexibility become part of your rest. As you breathe in, imagine the breeze entering the grove. As you breathe out, imagine the stems leaning slightly, then easing back towards center. Let your shoulders follow that motion. Let your jaw soften. Let your thoughts tilt, then drift away. You don't need to resist your mind. You don't need to wrestle your wakefulness into sleep. You can simply sway with the moment, the way bamboo does, quietly responsive, gently steady. And in that soft cooperation, the night becomes easier. The body becomes heavier in the best way. The mind becomes quieter, not from effort, but from allowing. Bamboo has a way of appearing in many places at once, not as a copy, but as a familiar presence shaped by local life. In one region, bamboo becomes a garden's calm backbone. In another, it becomes a tool for daily living. Somewhere else, it becomes a symbol painted beside mountains and mist. And in each place, the meanings shift slightly, like moonlight shifting through leaves. This is part of what makes bamboo such a remarkable cultural bridge. It's not only that bamboo grows in wide areas of the world, it's that people keep recognizing something in it. Steadiness, flexibility, quiet strength, a kind of graceful usefulness. Bamboo offers a shared vocabulary without insisting that everyone speak it the same way. In a gentle sense, bamboo connects households. It becomes a woven basket in a market, a simple fence near a path, a flute tone carried across an evening, a painted stem in a poem's margin. These are small forms of connection, but they add up to something soothing, a reminder that humans, in many places, have looked at nature and found comfort in the same shapes. Even the simplest bamboo object can carry cultural memory. A woven mat isn't just a mat. It's hands working slowly, patterns learned over time, a rhythm passed down. A bamboo garden isn't just landscaping. It's a choice to live with a certain mood, quiet, clean, balanced. A bamboo symbol isn't just decoration. It's a wish for resilience, luck, harmony. And there's something calming about realizing that symbols can be gentle. They don't have to be grand declarations. They can be quiet companions that travel with us through ordinary life. If we let one soft joke pass through like wind, bamboo is basically the plant equivalent of a universally appreciated neighbor. It shows up in many communities, contributes quietly, looks good doing it, and never starts unnecessary drama. A rare talent. So tonight, as we complete this early section of our journey, let bamboo's bridging quality settle into you. Picture a single bamboo stem as a line that connects landscapes, gardens, hillsides, riversides, villages, temples, homes, not as a busy network, but as a calm thread of shared meaning. Inhale and imagine that thread gently stretching across the world, green, flexible, steady. Exhale and imagine it returning to you, right here, right now, in the quiet of your own room. Bamboo reminds us that nature can be a common language, not because we all interpret it the same way, but because it offers the same soft invitation. Slow down, bend gently, stay steady, and let the night carry you onward, one quiet leaf whisper at a time. A bamboo grove looks simple from a distance. Tall stems, soft leaves, a steady green hush. But if you spend a little time near it, you begin to sense another layer, quieter and deeper, memory. Not memory as a story told aloud, but memory as a pattern held in the land. The ground remembers in textures, in leaf litter that gathers and slowly darkens into soil, in faint paths where small feet have passed again and again, in the way water chooses the same gentle route after rain, finding the low places, pooling softly, then sinking in as if returning home. Bamboo adds its own kind of memory to this. Leaves fall in thin, patient layers. Year after year, the grove repeats its quiet offering: shade, whisper, shelter, soft debris that becomes nourishment. Nothing dramatic, nothing hurried, just the steady, unromantic kindness of returning material to the earth. And underneath, where you can't see, the rhizomes keep their slow network. Subtle lines that extend, pause, and extend again. It's a hidden map drawn over time, a reminder that much of life's persistence happens beneath the surface, where no one claps, where nothing needs to be witnessed to be real. If you stand still and listen, the grove's memory feels like a mood. The air holds a familiar coolness. The scent has that clean green note, as if the plants have been practicing calm for a long time. The shadows fall in repeating bands. Even the silence feels seasoned, like it has been here before and is comfortable being here again. Humans love memory that can be written down. Bamboo offers a different version, memory that is lived. A grove doesn't keep a diary, it keeps a rhythm. It remembers through repetition. Leaf, wind, rain, shade, and the slow return of quiet. And there is something restful in that kind of remembering, because it doesn't require effort. It doesn't require you to hold on. The grove remembers without gripping. It simply continues. If we allow one very gentle smile, bamboo is the type of friend who remembers everything important and never brings it up in a stressful way. It just quietly shows up, still green, still calm, still offering shade, as if that's the natural thing to do, which for bamboo, it is. So tonight, let the grove's memory be a comfort to you. Your mind doesn't need to remember every detail. Your body doesn't need to replay the day. Like the ground beneath bamboo, you can let what matters settle and let what doesn't fade softly into the soil of sleep. Inhale like a slow step onto cool earth. Exhale like leaves settling into place. And imagine the grove holding its quiet patterns, not as a burden, but as a gentle reminder. Life can be steady and still be soft. When we hear the word intelligence, we often imagine quick answers, clever plans, and bright ideas. But nature offers another kind, one that moves slowly and doesn't need words. In a bamboo grove, intelligence looks like balance. Shade and light, cool air and warm air, moisture held in soil and released again, small creatures using leaf litter as cover, insects finding roots along stems and leaves. The grove becomes a system of gentle exchanges, each one quiet, each one ordinary, and yet together, beautifully functional. No one is directing it. Nothing is making announcements. And still, the grove tends toward steadiness, the way a pond tends toward a smooth surface when wind calms. It's not perfect, and it doesn't need to be. It's responsive. It adjusts. This is the sort of intelligence that isn't about winning. It's about fitting. Bamboo fits to its place, its soil, its water, its light. The grove fits to the night, cooling as temperatures fall, whispering as the breeze moves, holding stillness when the air rests. Even the bamboo's form participates in this quiet responsiveness. Tall, slender stems leave space for wind. Narrow leaves release water easily after rain. The grove can shift without collapsing. Flexibility becomes part of stability, not the opposite of it. And if you watch long enough, you notice how the grove does not rush to correct itself. It doesn't panic when conditions change. It simply leans, adjusts, returns. That might be one of the most restful lessons nature offers. The idea that balance can be a slow, ongoing conversation, one conducted without stress. We can hold this gently without turning it into a big moral. Tonight, it can simply be a soothing observation. Life often works through small, calm feedback loops. A little too warm, and shade helps. A little too dry, and rain returns eventually. A little too bright, and leaves shift their angle. If we allow a whisper of humor, bamboo's ecosystem has an impressive sense of organization, and no one is even holding a meeting. It's like the calmest workplace you've ever seen. Everyone quietly doing their part. No urgent emails, and plenty of fresh air. So, as you settle towards sleep, imagine your own inner system. Breath, heartbeat, thoughts, finding its natural balance in the same way. Not by forcing, not by solving, by adjusting softly. Inhale and feel the body receive air like leaves receiving wind. Exhale and feel the body release what it doesn't need. Let the mind become a quiet grove, steady, responsive, and gently intelligent, finding calm not through effort, but through allowing. Adaptation can sound like a big word, like something that belongs in textbooks or speeches. But in the bamboo grove, adaptation is small and graceful. It looks like a stem leaning slightly in a breeze. It sounds like leaves shifting their whisper from one direction to another. It feels like the grove making room for what arrives. Bamboo adapts without changing its identity. It remains bamboo, upright, segmented, green, yet it responds to the night's smallest invitations. A new current of air, and the leaves rearrange their sound. A passing drizzle, and droplets slide from leaf tips as if the plant has practiced letting go. A cool temperature, and the grove settles into a quieter stillness. This kind of adaptation is not frantic. It is not a scramble. It's a soft choreography that has been refined over time. Nature rarely announces its adjustments. It simply makes them, and that is where the poetry lives. In the quiet, uncelebrated becoming, in the way something changes shape for a moment, and then returns. Not because it refuses change, but because its center remains stable. Across cultures, people have looked at bamboo and seen this as a symbol of resilience, the ability to move with life without losing oneself. But tonight, we can keep it even simpler. We can just notice how soothing it is to watch flexibility that isn't anxious. Sometimes, our minds treat change like a loud event. Bamboo treats it like weather, something that passes through. Something you can meet with a small adjustment, something you don't have to fight. If you imagine a bamboo grove in a stronger breeze, you can see a gentle wave move through it. The stems lean in sequence, each one responding to the same wind with its own timing. It's a collective motion that never feels chaotic. It feels like a group of dancers rehearsing the same slow, calming routine. And if we allow a soft smile, bamboo adapts with such elegance that it makes the rest of us look like we're overreacting. A breeze arrives and bamboo says, "Yes, okay." A schedule changes and humans say, "I will now become a completely different person." So tonight, let bamboo's poetry become part of your rest. Picture your thoughts as leaves, light, narrow, able to shift and settle. Picture your worries as wind, passing through rather than staying. Picture your breath as the steady return. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You don't need to be rigid to be strong. You don't need to be loud to be resilient. You can bend a little, return a little, and let the night carry you through the gentle art of becoming, softly, steadily, without strain. There's a particular comfort in patterns that return, not because they guarantee anything, but because they remind us that life knows how to circle back to steadiness. Bamboo, in its quiet way, participates in these returning patterns. In some places, it stays green through much of the year, offering continuity. In other places, it responds to shifting light and rain, changing its pace, adjusting its growth, holding stillness when the season turns quiet. Either way, the grove remains a kind of steady presence, one that makes time feel softer. The seasons move without needing our permission. Nights lengthen, then shorten. Temperatures cool, then warm. Rain arrives, then lifts. And through it all, bamboo continues with a calm consistency. Stems standing, leaves whispering, rhizomes waiting, shoots rising when they're ready. This can be a restful thing to contemplate, because it suggests that change is not always a one-way door. Many changes are cyclical. Many feelings pass through and then pass away. Many restless nights eventually give way to sleep, the way late winter eventually gives way to spring. In the grove, you can sense the seasonal rhythm even in small details. Leaves that fall and gather in layers, becoming soil. Moisture that returns in rain, then disappears into ground. Sounds that shift, more insects in warm nights, fewer in cooler ones. The grove becomes a calendar written in texture and sound, not in numbers. And because bamboo grows in segments, it almost looks like it honors time's steps, node by node, section by section. It doesn't pretend time is a single leap. It shows time as a gentle accumulation of small moments. If we allow a sleepy aside, bamboo's relationship with seasons is very mature. It doesn't post dramatic updates. It doesn't announce, "New season, new me." It simply continues being bamboo, quietly adjusting and looking elegant the entire time. So tonight, if your mind is searching for reassurance, let the seasons offer it through bamboo. Picture the grove at different times, in warm rain, in cool moonlight, in a crisp morning fog. The grove remains, the patterns return, the world continues in gentle cycles. Inhale, and let the idea of returning calm enter you. Exhale, and let the day's sharp edges soften. You do not have to force rest. You can allow it to return the way a season returns, gradually, naturally, in its own time. And as the grove whispers overhead, let that whisper be a simple reminder. Patterns come back, quiet comes back, sleep comes back. It's part of the slow rhythm of the earth, and you are allowed to follow it. Not all cooperation looks like teamwork in the human sense. In nature, cooperation often looks like simple fitting. One life making room for another, one pattern supporting another, without anyone needing to agree on it out loud. A bamboo grove is full of this quiet cooperation. The stems rise close, yet leave narrow lanes of air. The leaves overlap, yet still let light filter through in soft fragments. Shade cools the ground, helping moisture linger. Fallen leaves gather, creating cover and nourishment over time. Small insects move through the leaf canopy, and in doing so, become part of the grove's gentle exchange. Even wind participates. It moves through the grove, and the grove responds by bending and whispering rather than resisting. The result is not conflict. It's conversation, air and leaf speaking in a language made of motion. Across cultures, bamboo's symbolism often includes harmony for this reason. Bamboo seems designed to live alongside conditions rather than against them. It doesn't need to dominate a landscape to become present within it. It can form a dense stand, yes, but it still feels permeable. Light and wind can pass, sound can pass, life can pass. This kind of cooperation can feel soothing to imagine because it suggests a softer way of belonging. You can be part of the world without battling it. You can make room and be made room for. You can stand upright and still be gentle. If you picture the grove at night, you might notice how the cooperation shows up as atmosphere. The air feels cooler inside the stand. The sound feels muffled, softened by leaves. The moonlight feels filtered into calm shapes. Everything works together to create a place that feels held. And if we allow one faint line of humor, bamboo is astonishingly good at sharing. It shares shade, it shares sound, it shares the breeze, while still maintaining impeccable posture. Some humans could take notes, preferably while lying down. So tonight, let bamboo's quiet cooperation become a soft mental setting. Imagine your thoughts as separate stems, close enough to feel connected, spaced enough to breathe. Imagine your breath as wind, moving through without forcing. Imagine your body and mind cooperating the way a grove cooperates with the night, adjusting, softening, allowing. Inhale, and let the inner space widen just a little. Exhale, and let tension loosen its grip. You don't have to organize everything perfectly. You only have to let things fit more gently. The grove continues its quiet sharing, leaf with leaf, wind with stem, shade with soil, and you too can settle into that same calm arrangement. A life held together not by pressure, but by soft cooperation, moving naturally toward rest. In the bamboo grove, the idea of a life cycle doesn't feel like a straight line. It feels like a gentle continuation, one form becoming another, one season turning into the next, one quiet process flowing into the next, without needing a grand announcement. A bamboo shoot begins hidden, beneath the soil, where darkness is not an ending, but a beginning. The rhizomes rest there like calm pathways, storing energy, waiting for the right conditions. When it's time, a shoot rises, wrapped in protective sheaths, shaped like a careful question being asked upward. As the shoot grows, it becomes a calm, tall, segmented, steady. The nodes appear like soft punctuation marks in its ascent, and the leaves arrive like a quiet exhale. In time, the stem becomes part of the grove's overall pattern, one more line in the green calligraphy of the night. Eventually, leaves fall. They gather. They become soil. The grove feeds itself slowly, through repetition. Nothing is wasted in a dramatic way. It simply returns. The cycle isn't hurried. It isn't pushed. It's a patient circulation of material and time. Across cultures, bamboo's life cycle has been seen as symbolic for this reason. It suggests continuity, life that keeps moving forward without needing to feel forceful. It suggests renewal, new shoots rising while older stems continue to stand. It suggests resilience, systems that can keep going through small, steady returns. If you sit quietly and imagine the grove over years, you can picture how it changes without losing its identity. New stems appear, old stems weather. The overall sound remains. Leaf whisper, wind lullaby, the occasional soft tap of stem to stem. The grove becomes a kind of living rhythm section for the landscape. And in that rhythm, there's something deeply restful, the reminder that continuation can be gentle. Not every beginning requires a big burst of energy. Not every ending needs to feel sharp. Often, things simply transform, slowly, quietly, like leaves becoming soil, like shoots becoming stems. If we allow one soft smile, bamboo has an impressive sense of long-term planning, yet it never seems stressed about it. It's as if the grove quietly says, "We've been doing this for a while. It's fine. Have a nap." So tonight, you can let bamboo's cycle soothe your own sense of time. If your day feels heavy, you don't have to carry it forward at full weight. Like leaves falling into soil, you can let the day settle. You can let it become part of the background, nourishing rest rather than demanding attention. Inhale and imagine a new shoot rising gently in darkness. Exhale and imagine an old leaf drifting down, untroubled, returning to earth. Your breathing becomes part of the cycle, receiving, releasing, continuing. And in that quiet continuation, sleep begins to feel less like something you must reach, and more like something that returns naturally, like green returning to the grove. Bamboo can grow quickly under the right conditions, yet the feeling of bamboo is unmistakably slow. Not slow as in delayed, but slow as in unhurried, slow as in calm, slow as in a life that doesn't feel like it's chasing anything. There's a serenity in the way bamboo holds itself. The stems rise cleanly, without clutter. The leaves move lightly, without noise. The grove stands together, without fuss. If you spend time near bamboo, your body tends to mirror it. Your shoulders drop. Your breath lengthens. Your mind becomes less interested in sprinting. This is one of nature's quiet gifts. It teaches without explaining. It offers an atmosphere, and your nervous system listens. In many cultures, bamboo is admired for qualities that align beautifully with this serenity: humility, flexibility, resilience. But even if we set symbolism aside for a moment, bamboo still offers slowness as a feeling. You can sense it in the filtered light, the gentle soundscape, the way the grove becomes a soft enclosure. Slowness in nature is rarely about stopping. It's about rhythm, It's about moving at the pace that keeps things stable. Bamboo does not rush its wind response. It does not overreact to rain. It does not demand that the night be different. It participates. It adjusts. It continues. And that rhythm can be a comfort when your own mind feels fast. Thoughts can race, even when the body wants rest. Bamboo offers another pace to borrow, a pace that feels like inhale, pause, exhale, pause. A pace that feels like leaves moving, then settling, then moving again. If we allow one very gentle laugh, bamboo is basically a masterclass in quiet composure. It stands there looking serene, as if it has never once opened a calendar app or read an alarming headline. Lucky plant. So tonight, let bamboo's slowness become permission. You don't have to solve the day in your head. You don't have to replay conversations. You don't have to plan tomorrow in sharp detail. You can move at bamboo pace, soft and steady. Picture the grove again in moonlight. The stems are upright, spaced comfortably. The leaves whisper with each small breeze. The air is cool and slightly damp. The ground is dark, layered with fallen leaves. Everything feels like it is exactly where it should be. Inhale and let your breath become long and easy. Exhale and let your thoughts loosen, like a hand opening slowly. The night is not asking you to be productive. It is asking you to be quiet. And bamboo, standing nearby, offers the simplest example. Steadiness can be calm. Slowness can be strong. Rest can be natural. There's a way bamboo lets things pass. Wind passes through, and bamboo moves with it. Rain passes over leaves, and droplets slide away. Even light passes through the grove in filtered patterns, never held too tightly. Bamboo receives, responds, and then returns to itself. This simple behavior becomes, in many cultures, a quiet philosophy, letting go as a form of strength. We often imagine letting go as something dramatic, like releasing a balloon into the sky. But bamboo suggests a smaller, gentler version. Letting go can be as simple as not gripping, as simple as allowing the moment to move through you the way wind moves through leaves. The bamboo stem, with its hollow interior, adds to this feeling. It holds space. It doesn't crowd itself. It doesn't fill every inch with noise. It remains open, strong on the outside, spacious within. That openness makes movement possible. It makes resilience possible. It makes return possible. And the grove itself demonstrates return. After bending, it rises again. After a gust, it settles. After rain, it quiets. After day, it enters night. This return is not forced. It's natural. It's what the grove does. If your own mind has been holding tightly, holding to tasks, worries, plans, old conversations, bamboo offers a softer model. Not forget everything, but release what you can. Not be perfectly calm, but make a little room. Even the leaf fall can feel like a lesson. Leaves drift down without arguing. They gather quietly. They become part of the soil. The grove does not cling to what has served its season. It lets it return. If we allow one barely there smile, bamboo's approach to life is essentially, yes, okay, and now we move on. It's like the calmest therapist in plant form, and it accepts payment in moonlight. So tonight, let bamboo guide you toward home. Not a physical home, but a feeling of inner settling. Picture yourself beneath the leaves. The air is cool. The sound is soft. Your breath moves in and out like the breeze. Thoughts come and go like droplets sliding from leaf tips. Inhale and let yourself receive the night. Exhale and let yourself release the day. If a thought returns, you can acknowledge it kindly, then let it pass through like wind. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to hold it. Bamboo doesn't cling to wind. It sways, and then it returns. You can do that too. And as your body softens and your attention drifts, you may find that home is not a place you reach by effort. It's a quiet state you return to by letting go, gently, steadily, like a grove settling after a breeze. As the night grows quieter, we can let our steps slow down. The bamboo grove feels softer now, as if it has been gently dimming the world for us all along. The leaves whisper less, not because they've stopped, but because the breeze has become more delicate. Like it, too, is settling into rest. And in this quieter space, the question from earlier returns, not as a problem to solve, but as a familiar scent in the air. When the world changes, what does it mean to stay yourself and still adapt? Bamboo doesn't answer with words. It answers with posture and motion. It stands tall, yet not stiff. It bends, yet does not collapse into confusion. It keeps an open interior, as if it understands that strength and spaciousness can belong together. If you picture a single stem, you can see that it remains clearly itself, no matter how it moves. It doesn't turn into a different plant when the wind arrives. It doesn't panic. It leans. It returns. It continues. In a gentle way, bamboo suggests that adaptation can be small. It can be a slight shift rather than a reinvention, a soft adjustment rather than a struggle, a willingness to move with the moment, then find your center again. And that feels especially kind at night, when your body wants rest and your mind may still be carrying the day. You don't have to force your thoughts into silence. You can let them sway. You can let them move. And then, little by little, you can let them return to stillness. There's also a quiet lesson in bamboo's rhythm. It doesn't stay bent forever. It doesn't stay rigid forever either. It lives in a gentle middle space, responsive and steady. That middle space can be your resting place too, the place where you don't have to hold everything tightly, and you also don't have to let everything drift away. You can simply be. If we allow the softest hint of humor, almost inaudible, bamboo handles change with the calm confidence of someone who has practiced. Meanwhile, many of us meet a minor inconvenience and immediately consider relocating to a different planet. So tonight, you can borrow bamboo's practice. Inhale and imagine the stem standing upright in silver light. Exhale and imagine it leaning slightly with a quiet breeze. Inhale and imagine it returning gently towards center. Exhale and imagine your own shoulders loosening with the same ease. The question doesn't require an answer. It requires only a feeling. You can remain yourself while allowing movement. You can be steady while staying soft. And as the grove continues to whisper in the background, let that feeling be enough. Simple, quiet, and deeply restful. The bamboo grove has a way of quieting the world without asking permission. It doesn't shut the world out. It simply softens it. The way fog softens a landscape, edges blur, sounds become gentle, and everything feels slightly farther away, like it's giving you space As the night deepens, even the grove's sounds begin to settle. The leaf whispers become smaller. The occasional tap of stem against stem becomes rarer, more delicate. And between these sounds, the silence grows warm and wide, like a steady blanket laid carefully over the ground. If you listen closely, you might still hear a faint chorus of night insects, steady, consistent, not urgent. Their sound doesn't feel like activity. It feels like a soft engine that keeps the night humming. Somewhere farther away, water moves with a calm, continuous presence. And inside the grove, the air itself seems to slow, as if it is learning how to be still. This is the descent into rest, not a sudden drop, but a gradual easing, a loosening, a quiet return. Bamboo participates in this descent naturally. Its leaves hold less tension when the air is still. Its stems stand in calm lines, like gentle pillars supporting the quiet. And the whole grove becomes a space where your own senses can unwind. You don't have to concentrate. You don't have to listen perfectly. You can let the sounds arrive and pass, like wind drifting through open rooms. If a thought floats in, it can float out. If a sound appears, it can dissolve again into background. There is something peaceful about sound that doesn't demand attention. Bamboo's soundscape is exactly that. It's a lullaby with no melody you have to follow, only texture. Whisper, pause, whisper again, and then silence, resting between. If we allow the smallest sleepy smile, bamboo is an excellent sound designer. It creates ambiance with leaves and air, and never once asks for a microphone. So tonight, let the grove do what it does best. Let it lower the volume of the world. Let it stretch the pauses between your thoughts. Let it create a little more space between you and whatever felt heavy earlier. Inhale slowly, as if you are drawing in cool, clean air from beneath the leaves. Exhale slowly, as if you are releasing the last little bits of tension from your shoulders, your jaw, your forehead. Notice how the body naturally becomes heavier when it is allowed. The grove grows quieter, and your mind can follow, not by force, but by settling, like a leaf easing down onto the forest floor. If the day has left traces on you, small tightness in the shoulders, a lingering thought behind the eyes, a sense that your mind is still holding something, bamboo offers a gentle way to release. Not as a technique you must do correctly, but as an image you can borrow. Picture a bamboo stem in the grove, smooth and tall, standing in moonlight. It looks firm, yet it isn't clenched. It has structure, yet it carries an open interior. It is, in a quiet way, both held and unheld at the same time. Now picture the wind arriving, soft, almost polite. The bamboo doesn't resist. It leans slightly, as if the movement is natural, even welcome. Then, as the breeze passes, the stem returns, slowly, easily, back towards center. This is the pattern we can follow with the breath. Inhale gently, as if a small breeze is entering the grove. Exhale gently, as if leaves are loosening and letting go. Inhale, and feel the body fill in a calm, steady way. Exhale, and feel the body soften, releasing what it doesn't need. You don't have to push the breath deeper. You only have to allow it to become smoother, like water finding an easier path. The breath can become your bamboo rhythm. Quiet in, quiet out, quiet return. As you do this, Imagine the day loosening like a knot that doesn't need to be untied all at once. It can soften gradually. It can release bit by bit. The day can drift away the way droplets slide from bamboo leaves after rain, noticed, then gone. If a thought comes, you can treat it like wind. It passes through. It doesn't have to stay. It doesn't have to be solved. It can move the leaves a little, then disappear into the night. And if we allow one whisper of humor, soft as a leaf, bamboo is remarkably good at letting things go. It doesn't write long emotional paragraphs about the wind. It just sways, returns, and looks calm doing it. So tonight, let yourself be a little more like that. Not perfect, not rigid, just gently responsive. Inhale and feel the chest rise like a quiet stem lifting toward moonlight. Exhale and feel the shoulders drop like leaves settling. Inhale and feel the belly soften as it receives air. Exhale and feel the jaw loosen, the forehead smooth, the eyes rest. The grove remains around you, steady and quiet. And your body, following the grove's slow example, can begin to release the day until the only thing left is the simple rhythm of breath and the soft, patient presence of night. Now we let the story become less about understanding and more about belonging. The bamboo grove doesn't need you to name it correctly. It doesn't need you to remember facts. It doesn't ask you to keep up. It simply exists, tall, quiet, and gently responsive. And in that existence, it offers a kind of shelter that feels emotional as much as physical. At night, the grove feels like a room made of air and leaves. The stems stand like calm columns. The canopy above filters moonlight into soft shapes. The ground below holds coolness and a faint scent of green. And in this place, it's easy to feel that you are allowed to rest. Nature has a way of making belonging feel simple. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to perform for it. You can simply be a breathing creature in a breathing world. Bamboo, admired across cultures for resilience and adaptability, also offers belonging through steadiness. It stands with quiet confidence, not because it is competing, but because it fits. It belongs to its soil, its wind, its rain, its moonlight. It belongs to the night. And you too can belong to the night in that same soft way, not by doing anything special, but by letting yourself settle into the environment of rest. If your mind tries to wander back to the day, you can gently guide it back to the grove, back to the filtered light, back to the whisper of leaves, back to the feeling of tall green calm around you. The grove becomes a place you can return to again and again, like a familiar path. There is comfort in knowing that bamboo has been a symbol for many people in many places because it offers the same quiet qualities: strength that doesn't shout, flexibility that doesn't panic, steadiness that doesn't harden. These are qualities that feel safe. And safety is what the body listens for when it prepares to sleep. If we allow one last tiny smile before the quiet deepens, bamboo makes belonging look effortless. It stands there like it was invited, like it has always been welcome, which in its own grove it has. So tonight, let yourself feel welcomed too. Let your breath be slow and easy. Let your limbs become heavy and warm. Let your thoughts lose their sharp edges. You don't have to hold the world right now. Inhale and feel the night enter gently. Exhale and feel yourself sink further into stillness. The grove holds its quiet pattern. The leaves continue their soft whisper. The moon continues to wash the scene in calm silver. And within that calm, you can belong fully, naturally, until sleep arrives like fog, drifting in without effort and settling softly around you. The bamboo grove doesn't change suddenly. It changes the way night changes, gradually, in small degrees, like a dimmer turning down on the world. The leaves keep their gentle whisper, but it becomes less distinct, as if the sound is drifting farther away. The stems remain upright, but your attention no longer needs to trace their lines. Everything is still here, and yet everything is becoming softer. Moonlight continues to filter through the canopy, but even the light feels quieter now. It rests on the leaves like a thin veil. It slips down the smooth stems like water sliding along stone. And the shadows, those narrow, repeating bands, settle into the ground as if they're finding a comfortable place to sleep too. If you imagine the grove as a room, it's a room that's preparing for rest. The air cools a little. The scents become more subtle. The world outside the grove feels farther away, less relevant, as if it has stepped back to give you space. Inside, there is only the slow rhythm of nature continuing gently. Somewhere, a faint insect chorus holds steady, like a soft thread of sound tying the night together. Somewhere farther away, water continues its quiet movement, not hurrying, not pausing, just flowing. And within the grove, your own breathing becomes the main story now. Calm in, calm out, like wind passing through leaves. You don't have to visualize everything clearly. You can let the images blur. You can let details fade. Sleep does not require sharp focus. It prefers softness. If a thought drifts in, it can drift out. If a memory appears, it can pass like a cloud crossing the moon. Nothing needs your attention for long. The grove does not hold on to the wind. You do not need to hold on to your thoughts. And if we allow a tiny lullaby of humor, barely there, even the bamboo seems to be winding down its performance. Less whispering, more resting, very professional of it. So let your mind follow the grove into quiet. Let your eyelids feel heavier. Let your jaw loosen. Let your shoulders sink as if they're settling into warm sand. The body is allowed to become still. The night is allowed to carry you. Inhale gently and imagine the air moving through the grove like a slow tide. Exhale gently and imagine the leaves easing into place after a breeze. Inhale gently and feel the chest rise without effort. Exhale gently and feel everything soften again. The bamboo stands around you, calm and patient, offering no demands, only presence. And with each breath, the world becomes simpler, quieter, more distant, until all that remains is the soft feeling of green night and your body drifting deeper into rest. There is comfort in repetition when it's gentle. Bamboo understands this. Leaf whisper, pause. Leaf whisper, pause. A small shift of wind, a small return to stillness. The pattern repeats without becoming tiresome because it isn't trying to entertain you. It's simply being itself. Tonight, you can let that repetition carry you. Not like a story with plot, but like a lullaby with steady rhythm. The grove doesn't ask you to follow. It only offers a soft background where your thoughts can slow down and begin to dissolve. Imagine the leaves again, thin, narrow, and light. They catch the slightest movement of air. They respond, and then they rest. The sound they make is delicate, like fabric moving in a quiet room. It's a sound that never pushes, it never startles, it only continues patiently. And as the pattern repeats, your mind can repeat something even simpler. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, and feel the air come in cool and clean. Exhale, and feel the body soften. Inhale, and feel the chest rise gently. Exhale, and feel the shoulders drop. You don't need to count. You don't need to manage. The body already knows how to do this. Like bamboo, it has been practicing for a long time. The grove remains steady around you. Stems stand upright and calm. Shadows rest in soft bands on the ground. The night feels wide, but not empty. Wide like a quiet field. Wide like a smooth lake. Wide like a space where you can finally stop holding everything. If your mind offers a thought, you can let it be one more leaf in the grove. It appears. It moves slightly. It settles. It doesn't need to become a whole conversation. It can simply be and then pass. A faint, sleepy smile can live here. Bamboo is very consistent. It keeps whispering in the same soothing voice, and it never suddenly decides to become dramatic. That kind of reliability is rare, so let the repetition continue. Leaf whisper, pause. Breath in, breath out. Leaf whisper, pause. Breath in, breath out. The more you let it happen, the more the mind stops trying to lead. It becomes a passenger again, carried by rhythm rather than worry. The edges of thought blur. The body grows heavier in the most comforting way. And somewhere within that gentle repetition, sleep begins to form. Not as a sudden event, but as a soft settling. Like dust drifting down in still air. Like fog laying itself over a field. Like a leaf finally resting on the ground. The grove continues to whisper. The night continues to widen. And you continue to breathe, slowly and easily, until the repetition becomes the simplest kind of peace. In the quiet of the bamboo grove, it can be comforting to remember how long calm has existed. Before our day began, the night was already here. Before we had a thought to think, wind was already moving through leaves somewhere. Before we named anything, plants were already growing in their patient ways. Calm is not something we have to invent. It's something we return to. Bamboo carries this sense of long time gently. It grows, it sheds leaves, it returns. Groves spread slowly underground, then rise again in green lines. The pattern is steady, repeating, unbothered. It feels ancient, even when it is newly growing, because its rhythm belongs to the earth. And around the grove, there are other quiet witnesses of time, stones that have rested in the same place through countless nights, soil layered with seasons, water that has followed the same gentle curves again and again without trying to be anywhere else. Even the air feels old in the best way, old as in practiced, experienced, familiar with how to settle. Tonight, the air moves softly through bamboo leaves, and the leaves respond with their calm whisper as if they've been doing this forever. In a way, they have. This perspective doesn't need to become big or philosophical. It can stay simple. You are allowed to rest because rest is natural. The world has always known how to quiet down. Your body is part of that world. If your mind is still holding on to the day, you can imagine it as something small against this long calm. The day is like a pebble dropped into a wide, still pond. The ripples fade. The pond returns to smoothness. The grove keeps whispering. The stones keep resting. The night keeps being the night. And if we allow one tiny lullaby of humor, stones are exceptionally good at relaxing. They've had a lot of practice. Bamboo is doing well too. Between them, the grove is basically a master class in not overthinking. So let that long calm surround you now. Feel the bed or cushion supporting you like stable ground. Feel the breath moving like wind. Feel the mind becoming quieter, not because you force it, but because it remembers what to do when it is safe. Inhale and imagine the grove standing in long time, steady, green, patient. Exhale and imagine the day's ripples smoothing out. Inhale and imagine stones resting without effort. Exhale and let your body rest the same way. The night continues, wide and unhurried. The grove continues, soft and steady. And you, held by the simplest rhythm of breath, can drift deeper into that long, natural calm until sleep feels less like a destination and more like returning to the oldest, gentlest pattern of all. Now the story becomes mostly image, mostly breath. The bamboo grove stands in moonlight, and everything feels slightly farther away, like the world has taken a respectful step back so you can rest. The stems are tall and calm, pale green in the silver light. The leaves make their soft whisper, and then the whisper fades into silence, and then it returns again, gentle as ever. Fog drifts low near the ground, moving slowly, almost thoughtfully. It curls around the base of stems like a slow tide, then thins, then gathers again. The air is cool and clean, and the scent of green is faint now, like a memory of rain. Somewhere beyond the grove, water continues its quiet motion, not loud enough to pull you into thought, just present, a steady reminder that the world can move without rushing. Insects hum softly, like distant music, and in the spaces between those sounds, the silence rests comfortably, like it belongs. The bamboo is still. Then it sways slightly. Then it is still again. The movement is so gentle that you can almost miss it, which is exactly the point. Nothing here asks for your attention. Everything here offers you permission to let go. If a thought appears, you can imagine it as a leaf. It drifts across your mind, touches the surface briefly, and then slides away. Another thought may arrive, another leaf, and it can do the same. There is no need to gather them, no need to organize them. They can simply pass, one by one, until the mind becomes as open as the grove's quiet air. Your breathing becomes slower now, naturally. The inhale arrives like wind entering the leaves. The exhale leaves like wind leaving the leaves. The body grows heavier, warmer, more settled. The face softens. The shoulders sink. The hands rest. The legs rest. The whole body begins to feel like it is being gently held by the night. And if we let the smallest possible smile pass by, even the bamboo seems satisfied, as if it's thinking, yes, this is the correct pace for everything. So let the images fade softly. Bamboo in moonlight, leaves whispering, fog drifting, water moving far away. Shadows lying in calm bands across the ground, the grove becoming quieter, simpler, more distant. There is nothing you need to do now, nothing you need to figure out. You can simply drift. And as you drift, the quiet wild remains around you, steady, soft, and welcoming, until sleep arrives in its usual way. Not with a sound, not with a signal, but with a gentle lowering of everything, like the night itself settling into the earth. The bamboo grove is still here, but now it feels like it exists behind a soft curtain, slightly out of focus. The leaves whisper once, then rest. The moonlight thins into a gentle wash. The fog stays low, drifting slowly like a quiet thought that doesn't need words. Everything moves in the smallest way, just enough to feel alive, not enough to feel busy. A breeze passes through the grove. Stems lean slightly, then return. Leaves shift, then settle. The motion is calm, repeating, familiar. It doesn't ask for attention. It doesn't ask for effort. It simply continues, as if the earth is breathing through green. Your breathing can join that motion now easily. Inhale, soft and steady. Exhale, soft and steady. Each breath feels like a small tide coming in and going out, leaving the shore smoother each time. If any last thoughts drift in, they can be treated kindly. You don't need to push them away. You can let them float like clouds passing the moon. They arrive, they cross, they fade. The sky remains. The body is heavier now, resting with its full weight. The muscles loosen. The face becomes smooth and quiet. The mind becomes less interested in holding shape. It becomes more like fog, present but not fixed. Soft but not strained. In this last stretch of the night story, we don't need facts. We don't need symbolism. We don't need explanation. We only need the feeling the grove has offered all along. Strength that stays gentle, flexibility that stays calm, quiet that stays welcoming. Bamboo stands, wind passes, leaves whisper, water flows in the distance. The earth holds everything without hurry, and you are held too, by the bed beneath you, by the night around you, by the steady rhythm of your own breath. Nothing is required, nothing is urgent. You can simply rest. Let the images fade even further. Let sound soften. Let the grove become a distant, peaceful presence, like a memory of green and moonlight. Everything flows through the wild. Sleep in that motion.